Hey guys, so this is not a good video, as you can probably tell from my eyes. This better be the last video I ever have to make about something sad or traumatic in my life ever again. I know it's not gonna be, but I need a break, and if I don't get one soon, I'm gonna snap. But I don't even know how to say this. I just want to get this video over with. I'm so hurt. And I can't promise that I'm not going to cry through this. Sunday morning, my rabbit passed away. And he didn't pass away good. My mom woke me up around, I think it was 6 o'clock. It may have been closer to 7. But she woke me up dead out of sleep. Thank God my fiance Nick was with me. Woke us up. I came running in the room, this room, and I picked him up, and his mouth was open like this, and he was making this weird noise, like a scream or like a aspiration noise, trying to get something up. So my mom was feeding him, and I believe he choked on a piece of food. And it's very common for rabbits to choke because they can't throw up. So that's what I think really happened, because later on in the night I did research rabbits choking, and he had all the symptoms and signs of it. Because his mouth was open and it looked like he was trying to get something out. But that's not even the whole story. So after I picked him up, I was looking at him, trying to figure out if I could see anything, because his mouth was open enough so I could kind of look in there. And I just started, I started freaking out. I started screaming, my baby, on the top of my lungs. And I put him back down on the ground, and he started running around in and out of his cage, because my mom was in here, my Nick was in here, I was in here. We were all trying to calm him down. My mom was yelling at me, Google it, figure it out, because we wanted to save his life. And so he was running around. I ended up leaving the room for a short period of time. My mom and I both left the room. Nick was in here with him, and I'm so happy I didn't have to see most of this, but I saw pretty much most of it. He was on the rug running around. The reason why there's a rug in here is because he doesn't have pads on the, rabbits don't have pads on their paws. So they slip on like tile and stuff like that. So he always had a rug in here so he wouldn't slip. But he was just trying to get this piece of food out, and he ran off the rug, and he got onto the regular floor. His legs came out underneath and he couldn't get back up, and he slid and hit the wall. That's what Nick said. And he's on his side, and he just started like flopping like a fish or a worm, going like this. And I came up here and I saw that, and I just started screaming, stop, wake up, wake. I'm trying so hard, but I wanted this to be the real raw emotions. It's just not fair the way he died. I sat there on the corner over there with him, not long, and Nick said that he got him to calm down by patting him and telling him that it was going to be okay. And he slowly faded away, and there was nothing I could do because vets are not open, and I didn't know how to do the rabbit Heimlich maneuver until I looked it up on YouTube last night, and I forever blame myself, because I probably could have saved him. Because I really am thinking like he was choking, because He had surgery Thursday, like I told you guys that he was having surgery. And his teeth were cut short, which they've done that before. And what we do is we force feed him, but I think he was just so excited because my mom was back from the hospital, and he loves my mom so much. And he was so excited for her to give him treats and all kinds of stuff. So that's what happened, and I miss him so much. I've had him for, I believe, I had him since 2015. So 2015, 2014, wait, yeah, 2015, no. 2014, yeah, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. So 5, 6, 7 years. He was 7 years old. And that's like the maximum age, but I just wish like if he was to die, he would have died more peacefully and not so tragic. And rabbits scream when they're in pain, so I knew he was in pain. Ugh, I wanted nothing more for him not to be in pain, because that rabbit did not deserve to die in pain. He was such a great rabbit. He would always be there for me. I'm really sorry. I just want to get this video over with. Like I said, he would always be there for me. When I had a bad day, when I was fighting with anyone, he would always sit in my lap and lick my hands and just try and bite at my clothes and make me laugh. And he would throw his toys at me. Like, let's play. He was just like a dog or a cat. I'll never forget him. I've never seen an animal die like that. It's just not fair. He didn't deserve to leave this world like that. Not to mention, I rescued him from a bad situation. He was abused. The other family that had him had to bring him back to the breeder because they were abusing him, and the breeder went and got him and brought her back to her, you know, where she breeds her rabbits. That's what she told us, and I do believe that because he was a very strange rabbit. He didn't like being around kids. He didn't like loud noises. Most rabbits don't like loud noises, but he really hated anything. He hated the hairdryer. He hated any little noise. Like if I dropped something, he'd freak out. But after having him for a while, I got him back, like, loving, and I really spent a lot of time with him. We spent so much money on trying to fix him all the time with his teeth and him getting sick and buying him all kinds of toys, food. If you have an animal, you know how hard it hurts. And to see them pass away like I had to see my rabbit pass away, you'll never forget those images in my head. I never will. I don't know. I'm in so much shock. Everyone was like, wait, don't make this video right now. But I just want to get it out of the way. I want this to be my real emotion, and I just want to get this over with and leave it in the past and continue grieving behind the scenes. I think my mom's coming upstairs. 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. I had to get myself together and take a break because I was about to throw up. So I forget where I left off, but I did want to show the things that I kept. So I kept his little towel that we used to bring with him to the vet. It still has all his fur on it. I'm never gonna wash this. I'm just gonna keep it the way it is and sleep with it. Oh, I didn't tell you guys how we buried him. I'll do that after. I kept both of his bottles he's had over the years. Well, this is the first bottle that he's ever drank out of when he was a baby. As you can see, it's very old. this is a newer bottle. I bought him not too long ago, a bigger one. And as you can see, it has all his like saliva on it. Having his germs around and stuff really makes me happy for some reason, and I don't know why. But I'll never wash them. I'm gonna keep them forever. Probably forever. And I'm gonna get like a little shelf to put them on, so I can have them. The next thing I kept was his salt wheel that he always used to lick. This is what a salt wheel is. This one was halfway being licked. Rabbits like salt wheels. He licked this all the time, so I'm keeping this because he licked it, and obviously his germs are on there. And the last thing I kept is probably something that I'll probably end up eventually giving away or throwing away, but for now I want it because it has a spur inside of it, and it's really special to me. And this was his brush I used to brush him with. As you can see, it still has a spur inside of it. He was the softest bunny too. And the last thing I'm gonna show, some of you might think this is weird and really gross, but for me it's not, because this was his last seconds with us, and it was his last possibly bowel movement. It's not his bowel movements, don't worry, but my fiance's pants that he had on at the bottom, Snuggles, I don't know if you can see that white stuff. That was, I think that's like dried pee from when he peed himself when he died. It doesn't smell or anything. Obviously if it stunk, I wouldn't be like keeping them. I would have washed them, but they're just his sweatpants that he had on when he was trying to help my rabbit, and it has like all kinds of rabbit fur. It has drool on them from him trying to breathe. And I don't know if I'll give him these pants back because I don't want to wash them. I do his laundry for him. I don't want to wash them because most likely that stain wasn't there before Snuggles passed, so I know it's from him. And also something else I want to mention is last night I laid right where he died. I'll show you where he died. Don't worry, there's nothing to see, but I'm just going to show you the little spot where he died. If you can see where my printer is, like the box, the new one, right over where, like in the middle right there, is where he spread out and just died. I laid right there for a few minutes last night, and the ground underneath me got really warm, and I knew he was with me, and all the lights were off, and it was quiet, and I felt him in here with me. And I know he's gonna be with me all the time. Last night when I was in bed, my fiance and I were having like a crying fit together, and we were just talking about like our past animals and his past dogs dying and everything, and I felt him with us because the air felt like hard to breathe in, and I just felt different. And I've been feeling really weird all day, but I feel so empty inside. I just miss him so much. Like, that was my first like real pet, and I can never explain the amount of love that I had for him and the amount of love that he had for us. That rabbit was so loved, more than anyone would ever love an animal like that. Most people don't love rabbits because they don't think they're intelligent or make good pets, but let me tell you, they do. They're a lot of money and a lot of work, but they make really good pets. And they're not stupid either, they're really smart. So in the morning I got my Ugg box from the Uggs I got for Christmas. That was a big enough box because when he died spread out, and he got like really stiff, and he didn't curl up or anything. He just was laid out, all sprawled out, and I wrapped him in a blanket. I buried him with some food and his last favorite treats that he likes. And that morning I had a red scrunchie in my hair. I had my hair tied up and I wanted to bury him with something of mine, and I couldn't think of anything, so I decided to take the hair scrunchie that I had and I placed it gently over his ear. Like, I put his ear like through, like, because it was one of these elastics. Let me show you. I didn't tie it around his ear, I just placed it. So it was like one of these, like really like stretchy, and I put his ear through it and I just placed it on his ear. And I told him goodbye. And I put a little saying on his box. I'll read it to you, but I'm also gonna put in some last minute pictures in a video and some newer, older pictures that I had, like more happy pictures. In this video, it's gonna be like my update of like what happened and the rest of it. So just in case you guys can't see what I wrote in the box in the video, I'll read it to you. So hopefully you can see this, but I'll put it in the video as well. That was the box I buried him in. I said, I hope Rabbit Heaven is good to you, just like we was to you. You're the best pet I've ever had. I love you so much. I hope you enjoy the last treats I gave you. Snuggles 1/26/2020. That's what I put. And I put a bunch of hearts on the box. And if you look closely, you can see my tears. Those little drops are my tears from crying. Oh, I'm so brokenhearted. I don't know if I'll ever be okay after this. That rabbit was my world. I think now I'm going to insert some pictures. If you guys don't want to continue to watch this, if you haven't already clicked out by now, thank you. You don't know how much you mean to me for sticking here and watching this. I just want to get this video out of the way. I just want to try and put this behind me and grieve behind the scenes and get back to work. Yes, this is work for me, making videos. So I'm gonna insert some clips now. I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. I don't want any out to die. That's my last video of him too. Oh my god, I hate my life.